The mountains are so ginormous. Yuck! That there's a sludge gush field where the company used to suck sludge from the underground. Now it's all over. Blow. It's okay to smile at the growing light. The yerp fields, where the echo of your actions resounds clearer than any other place you'll find, except for where that's not true. You have hours stretching before you. There it is, the tree of life. The idea that all life is related by common descent, where the twigs are existing species and those produced in the past represent the succession of the extinct. The tree's great branches were once budding twigs, a connection between the past, present, and future. A representation of all extinct and living species with its ever-branching and beautiful ramifications. We are an evolution of those that came before. It's a place well hidden. It's just below the above. I don't think you could make a home here.
Yeah, move for boom.
Out of Date's impressed you made it this far, but there's still so much left to do. The end of the world is still on everyone's minds. You've beaten a path where you have the power to destroy or save everyone. Question is, what you'll do with that responsibility.
Wherefore, where?
He can sense that your heart beats steadily and acknowledges that the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Thinks it's important that you remember who you are and where you came from. Someone without knowledge of their history and origin is like a tree without roots. He promises he'll be there for you. Just come talk to him beneath the tree if you're feeling lost. Out of Date says there's a time for everything. And now there's no use thinking of the past, for it's gone. Think of the present, because that's where you are. It's time to set your priorities as the one who completes things. If you continue to do good, good will follow you.
Noborak.
If the world really does end, there won't be anywhere to run. So he's prepared for the worst, something he calls the Ark.
Luatolo Maua.
He hopes you're right. He gets that you mean the journey continues either way, but personally he wants the tree to survive.
Oloi Bobo Paweg.
Out of Date says there's no clear record of the chain of events that changed the course of history and brought the world to its knees.
Chintuata Motihuasa.
He's found evidence on the Ark, records of a crisis, decades of contamination that permeated the ground and broke its inner core.
Chintuata Motihuasa.
The contamination disrupted what we now know as Ki energy, the life force that runs through all things, living and inanimate.
Iatu Yao Maua.
He's been told the blight affected everything at a genetic level and turned our perception of normality on its head.
Koibe o Korfabe.
It was only those that changed that avoided extinction, proving that the possibility for survival and renewal was real.
Pilvov Ugvuhu Vobra Boom.
He understands you are curious about the ship at the foot of the tree. He says it surfaced when the oil broke through the ground.
Iboda Kilmok.
The Ark predates the back-in days, and now, after years of study of the manuals he found inside, he believes he's figured the ship out.
Iboda Kilmok.
The Ark has room for 4 more, and he trusts you'll apply wisdom to your compassion and choose whom to save if the world comes to end.
Pilvov Ugvuhu Vobra Boom.
He'll keep the seats open, and you are free to invite up to 4 others to join you in the Ark in the event of a cataclysm.
Mauya.
Out of Date says that from what he's heard, you've been busy.
Dolowoya Lo Yalobatoloyo.
He says he appreciates what you've done so far, but unfortunately he's got urgent news from his friend Goop in the southeast.
Come Reaper.
Out of Date says that even though he's unsure about your intentions, he hopes you'll support Goop.
Come Reaper.
He says he'll point you in the right direction, but finding Goop and making sure he gets what he needs is up to you. That's the sound of impending doom. Out of Date's premonitions of imminent disaster are true. The Porkypuff needs to be handled.
Tolu Keta. Ya Wawanawe.
Out of Date says that Goop is worried now that the Southeast World Eater is stepping up its activity.
Kuzata Ghetto.
He explains that Goop is working on a goo-gliding vessel in order to get to the World Eater, but needs help to get it done.
Kuzata Ghetto.
Out of Date suggests that you should head southeast as fast as possible and see what you can do to help.
Luatolu Dum.
He wonders what's on your mind.
Tuluaba Volua.
Says talking to you was interesting. Keep on tracking down here and things will look up eventually. That there's Subnautica Station. Goop flounders around in there. Treasure this part of the land while you can. Says it's good to see you again. He's Goop. You might remember him from the old days when he tried to teach you how to swim. Goop says you were always so righteous as a child, and he can still feel it, even at a distance. Goop says memories fade surprisingly fast. We are all pieces of what we remember. It's only together we can remember the story as it was. He knows he's easy to remember. There's no one out there as cuckoo as him. He's one of a kind. He understands you've returned to face Lupa-Lupin. That's the destiny you've been carrying within yourself all these years. He says that the catastrophe back then didn't vanquish the good in you. It's still there, as bright as when you were a child. Now the time has come for you to remember and act. Your life is your life, not the story you're told about it. He thinks that's the right thing to do. It's only when you have forgiven that you'll find peace.
There's a bright day coming!
Hey, that's going to get you burned.
The only one getting burned around here is you.
That stings.
Oh, do you want some first aid for that?
Can hardly believe the world is going to make it. Wonders what that's going to do to the goo. Thanks you for doing everything you could to de-goop the surf. Thinks the Myriad made a good match with you. You're both like sunshine on the surf. But hey, back to the goo. Knows yesterday is already gone. It's what you do today and tomorrow that'll move you forward. You need to set the past aside, at least for now. He can't leave the Subnautica Station, as the pollution has worn down the insulation of his suit, so you must salvage enough scrap to fix up his goo glide, starting with the old wreck box outside. You should return when you've retrieved the scrap. There's no time to waste if you want to make the goo glide strong enough to fight the Porky Puff. You're lucky that way. There's still cargo left on the shores from before the apocalypse. His best guess is a power tanker hit a reef and went under.